What's up? How's everyone doing? Why do I look dead inside? Good question. Uh I'm glad you asked that. Dude, I'm like fucking exhausted. Like absolutely just so tired. And it's like I don't know if you ever played video games, but it's like when you have played a video game for years and years and years and years and you're like I just keep playing this and I don't really have fun doing it. But I just keep playing it because it's the only thing that I have to that I can do. Busy. I've been on crypto Twitter for the past 5 years without taking like more than a 1 day break. I've seen every crash out. I've seen every different thing that's happened. I'm like super locked in. Yeah, I'm referring to crypto as the game. And here's my thought on everything right now is that like the game is like so hard right now for a couple things. One, I'm not super delusional, and I think that's like part of my downfall. Like you kind of have to be delusional as fuck to buy something and hold it and just think that it's going to go up forever, where I'm like, oh, I just want to quick flip things because I don't know you never know who's gonna actually like stick with something and pump it, who's not gonna push it. Like I'm like, do I have to go start pushing a coin? And like I don't really want to do that because then I just start, pushing a coin and I want to sell, and I feel bad for selling, but I do it anyway. Damn, there's a lot of people that pulled up today this early. What's going on, guys? So yeah, the delusion, I'm not like super delusional anymore. And I feel like how do I even explain this? What sports what sports like player can I compare myself to? Like I'm like Peyton Manning. Like I'm nasty and like, I've done really well, but like the job's not finished and I got to win my second Super Bowl. But I had like but you know how he had like that period of time where he was like he wasn't bad, but like he wasn't winning anything, but he was Peyton Manning. No, I'm not Tom Brady. Tom Brady is like he was winning Super Bowls like every other year. I feel like where I'm at, I feel like I'm more of like a Peyton. Like I feel like I'm good, and I've hit my Super Bowl, but like I'm sticking around because I want to hit my second Super Bowl. Explain this in basketball terms. Uh, who can I compare this to? Like Kobe? No, because he was asked. His team was asked towards the end. That wasn't his fault. I'm Kobe, dude. I'm fucking Kobe. Yeah. So that's first of all, I want to say what's up to everybody. So, Kid, what's up? I check chart, Jagger, Raya, Busy, obviously, Fury, Soul God, Pharaoh, Clark. What's up to everybody? Yeah. So I'm kind of just ranting, but like I feel like the past. I'll say this: like I did really well on all the AI stuff in Trump Coin, and I just like kept trying to force plays like for the past 5 months. I would probably say that the past 5 months have been the most frustrating in terms of trading and just like market overall. And it's because it's so hard to grasp like Bitcoin is super high, but people aren't like deploying capital into stuff. Like it's still like, yeah, there's volume, but it's like most people are at the point where they're just like everything is a scam. And so it's like at least last cycle when Bitcoin was mooning, everyone was like, dude, we all need NFTs. Like we all need to buy fucking NFTs. And so everyone was just holding crazy bags of NFTs while ETH was crashing. And it's like, I feel like you don't have that sense of delusion right now from people where they're like, we're just going to hold these assets like forever. And like these days it's just like everything is all like, oh, quick flip, like everything's just so quick flippy. Knowing when to sit on your hands is the hardest skill to master. I lucked out and identified the change in market dynamic and decided to go all in on Fartcoin. Yeah, I agree that there's been a couple things that I've like failed to do the past couple months. Like I got really, so I'll just say this, like I am definitely addicted to like trading and like working and like all this stuff. And so there's definitely been a lot of times where I have like entered into trades that like I shouldn't have, or I entered too early. Like there was like a coin that I knew would run, but like this is like a perfect example. And and just hear me out on this. You find a coin that you know is going to run, but you take entries on it too early, and then it ends up dumping like way more than you want it to. And then by the time it gets back to your entry, you want to get the fuck out because you've like almost like you've shaken yourself out, and then it ends up mooning. Perfect example of that for me was Useless. Dude, I thought that Useless was like such a good narrative, and I had 1% of Useless at like 17 or 18 mil. And I did make like a couple hundred soul on it. Like I did really well on it. I could go look and see exactly how much I made on Useless. But but I'm going to tell you like exactly what I mean. I made money on it. I thought that it was like a solid ass coin. And then it went from 18 down to 6 million. If I was in that coin and I was sized and it went from 18 to 6, I know for a fact that when that bounced and it went back up to like 18 or something, I probably would have like if I had held. Now it's obviously like hard to say because like you react differently to certain positions, but like I'll give you a perfect example recently was Mooncoin. Dude, Mooncoin, I really thought that Moonshot was gonna actually do something with their platform and like try to pump coins, and like they're obviously not like pumping coins. But Mooncoin went from like zero. I made money on Mooncoin. I'll just show you the chart. I'll show you exactly what happened. I'll show you. And I made money on Mooncoin, but I'm gonna show you exactly what I mean. Everybody lock in for a second. Okay. All right, I gotta get all these tracked wallets off. Okay, here we go. We're gonna take a look at this. I noticed that you're growing, bro. You're moving to a phase where you're no longer trading with emotion, and I love it for you. Thanks, man. Yeah, that's like all. I'm gonna just say one more thing, and then we're gonna talk about this useless thing. There is one thing. So as you guys know, I run Kanto. There is a crazy amount of pressure to perform when you have like a community that looks up to you. And so I feel like that has definitely, and obviously, like I have a platform. There is a crazy amount of pressure that I I feel it's like I can kind of understand. I'm not obviously comparing myself to like an athlete, but I can understand now why um people will let like outside pressure kind of get to them. I feel this is my point is I feel like if I was just like I never streamed and I feel like if I just like didn't have anything at all, like I feel like I'd be a much better trader. I feel like there are times when I try to prove things. Okay, so this is a great example. So I bought Mooncoin at like a mil. No, I bought it 800K. I sold at like 3 mil. Dude, I cooked this trade. I bought it a mil, I sold, I bought back on a dip, sold, made money, and then I bought back, sold here, and then I DCA'd. So I my first entry was at 6 mil. God, that was so stupid. So my entry was at 6 mil. I had to DCA down. And I literally, at this point right here, when I had an entry at 6 and it went down to 4 and then to 3 and 2, dude, I like down here, I was down 120 soul. And I was like, fuck it. I guess I'm holding this thing. I think it's going to pump. Like, when is Moonshot going to do anything? I didn't sell into this pump because I was like asleep, I think. And this pump only lasted for like 10 seconds. And then it dumped again. And then it mooned. And I sold into the pump and I was like super happy about it. But like, I believed in this coin. And my point is that like when it got to this area right here, dude, I was like, fuck this. I was like, Moonshot sucks. Like nobody's, everyone, they're not pumping their coins. I like started crashing the fuck out. Like, I need to start using LPs. Yeah, I do. I'm gonna rage about this too. I have literally been trying to get a re-entry into this, and when I don't even know, man. This market is so hard right now. This is literally gonna fucking pump to 10. But I can't blast. Like I refuse to blast. Hey Alexa, thanks for the gifted. Appreciate that. I don't have alerts on, so I don't ever see that stuff anymore. Hey Busy, will you walk me through LPing? I don't know if it's something that I'm gonna actually do, but I need to learn. There's this guy in my Discord who he was doing a lot of LPing, but he is like different than you in the sense that he was LPing a lot of like brand new stuff. So like what he would do is instead of buying like a new coin, he would LP the new coin. So like he would buy this super volatile coin and he would start LPing it like super early. And I don't really want to do that. Anyway, I've said a lot of things. I needed to get all this off my chest, by the way. I'm like, I'm just, I think, so this is what it was. I made 100 soul on this, and then I bought back in, was down 120, and then I wrote it back up, and then I ended up making 150. So all of this bullshit was for like a 30 soul profit. And yes, Angel's Armory says, let's go. The price that the toll that this takes on you mentally is so drastic. It's like, it is just becoming, the thing is like, I feel like there's no rhyme or reason for most of this stuff. Like, back, and I don't know if you guys know this or if any of you ever watched my YouTube videos, the way that I made almost all my money this cycle was buying coins that ran on major dips. Because what would happen is like a coin, like for example, great example. Imagine this instead. Mooncoin runs. Let me get rid of this. This is what I used to do. Imagine this. Mooncoin runs. Moons, right? Enjoy that arrow. It would dump. What the fuck? Why was that like? Oh, is it? What is going on? The coin would dump and then it would rebound mega fast. So like what I used to do is if I missed a coin on the way up, I was like, whatever, I would wait for it to dump and then it would just moon super hard right after. Now what's happening is after a coin runs, it will fucking die for like a day straight. Like literally, it would just look at this. Like the coin pumps, it dumps, and then it just ranges forever. Yeah, the pullbacks, that's literally every you can go look at any of my YouTube videos, any of them. I literally did that. Now you can't do that. Or if you do, you have to like wait for it to just range forever. Yeah, then dude, this pump was so random. Like this was the most random fucking pump ever. So yeah, that's just yeah. I mean, what I would love honestly is if I could identify a coin and I could ape like 500 to 1,000 soul in it and just wake up every day and just bull post the fuck out of that coin and then just have it go from like 10 mil to like 100 mil. Like I would love to do that. That would be my dream. Identify in this market, there's only been like, I don't know, 5 coins in the past 5 months that have ran that hard. Fart coin? Well, here's the problem with fart coin. I am also at a point where I think that the market is going to dump. I feel like we're topped. So, oh, busy. So you're like mega rich. Fuck you, dude. See, I would if we had like a major pullback, I would totally buy into like a lot of this stuff. I don't here's my thing. I don't feel comfortable buying into anything when I'm looking at this chart. I found Trump coin at like 500 mil, but I didn't buy into it until 1 and then I sold it 2. And then I realized it was the real Trump and then I bought it 8 and then I wrote it to 70. So my problem is that everybody's saying that we're like in this bull market and whatever. And my problem is that this is going to sound so pussy, but like I'll just say it. I'm too afraid of giving back any of the money that I made at this stage because I remember last cycle when Bitcoin was at all-time highs and everyone was saying like higher, higher and whatever, then the entire market tanked and there were so many people that I know that got caught with their pants down and like I had conversations with people during the bear market, if only we would have sold, man. If only this, if only. And so now it's like it's the same type of thing where I'm saying to myself, like, the risk to return to buying is at this stage, I feel like it's really bad. What's up, C Mills? Yeah, everything's going all right. Appreciate you saying what's up. How's the career? But yeah, I do think that like we're like topped, man. I could be wrong. I'll definitely make a bag on this when this dumps though. I did buy Trump. Oh no, you're talking about him. That's funny. You got liquidated? Well, here's the other thing. I'm not doing leverage anymore at all. Like, I enjoyed perps, but I can understand exactly how fast you could fuck it all up. I'm definitely not doing perps ever again for any reason. I made like 30K on perps, first time ever doing it. I could show you my chart, but it's kind of embarrassing, so I don't want to. I made 30K in like 3 weeks on perps. And then I entered into a launch coin long, and then the tariff thing happened, and I almost got liquidated on like 50K. I think it was more than that. I think it was like 60 or 70K or something. Like, I had way more money in it than I should have, because I kept on trying to like DCA my position. And then I ended up, I think all time, I think I'm down like 15 or 20K or maybe more on perps. But that was all within the span of like a month. I did really well, but it was because I was like constantly stacking like $1,000 wins over and over again. And then I went for that home run, and I fucking got smoked. Is commodity good? Are you buying? I have no idea. I just found this. Like, I literally saw one wallet that was buying it. Yeah, I'm never doing perps again. I'm only doing meme coins. Like, this is what I'm good at, and like, I am not gonna fucking do leverage and fuck it all up. The home run always gets you. Well, so because I've gotten to a certain point in my crypto journey, what I've been doing is like, I've been going for small wins, and then I'll go for a home run, and then I lose, and then I give back all my gains. And it's because I'm luckily in a place where I can go for a home run, but it's just not smart. Yeah, Bow Bow is pumping, and I missed it. And I'm fucking mad about this. Yeah. 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 Why would you choose to trade against institutions when you can trade against the lowest collective IQ counterparties in any market ever? Yeah. I literally, like, you could see I have no money in my hyperliquid account. I'm just not I'm not doing it. I prefer meme coins. Yeah, I'm not doing perps ever again. Well, I might do them again one day, but the issue is like, I don't really like the possibility of getting liquidated. I would rather be down on a coin that I bought and be able to hold it, and at least know I'll be able to salvage the position to a certain degree, than to get absolutely fucking stopped out. Fuck me, dude. This is gonna go so much higher, probably. But yeah, I'm not. I did see that Bastille guy. Like, I remember he used to post like montages and shit of all of his like huge meme coin wins, and he blew up like all of his money. Like, he lost all of his money on. Let me see if I can find his post. I missed a runner. Look at Pilot. I'm not buying anything sub a million anymore. Let me find. What was his name? Bastille BTC. Did he delete again? Oh no. To be fair, I have no idea how this guy made his money, so. We're heading for a flash crash and full reset soon, not just for memes, but the entire market. Okay, so basically he thought that the market was going to dump, and so he max shorted and then got liquidated shorting. Memes are pure gamble. LOL, no strategy. That is not true. Meme coins are very much so strategy. He blew up from spaces, so he was a hyped up influencer and had hella alpha from that. Yeah. Well, my point is, Busy said he's not the only one. Pretty much everyone who blows up does it via perps. Well, see, that's the thing is like, I'm not going to put myself in a position. If I lost, let's put it like this. If I lost 10K, if I lost 50K, if I lost 100K, if I lost 150K, it would not matter. It wouldn't change my life. But I don't want to get down into like doing all of that stuff. Like, because the worst thing is if you lose money because you're doing something that you're not good at, then you're going to feel way worse at it. When I traded, I did tweet plays. It was good profits, but it was too much wasting time for me. Yeah, skill issue, basically. I mean, you're saying that like there's no like skill to like it's all like luck and game. It's not like. And if you're only trading tweet coins, like you're not even like trading the market. Man, I need to do another YouTube video soon. But I'll say this though. There is a sense of luck that does come with trading. Like, but that's also with life. Like life has like luck associated with it too. Like, but if you put yourself in a position to where you can like if you pick up a skill, you learn how to do it, you grind it for years and years on end. If you put yourself in that position, then you give yourself more of a chance to be successful. You don't feel like sitting at a desk for 8 hours a day for maybe 50 soul max waiting for a tweet? Yeah, then don't. They're like, if you're trading tweet based coins, like you're like, that's stupid. There's so many coins that bounce on a daily basis that are above 1 million or 2 million. I tweeted this literally yesterday, and this literally directly applies to what you're saying. If you're not making money in meme coins, stop focusing on sub 100K market cap coins and start paying attention to coins at 1 mil that can run to 30 mil. I have to pee really bad. Your biggest bag is in dupe? Why do you like dupe over K-Led? Let's see. Am I ready for Solana summer or still bearish? My thing is that like I'm just I feel like we're too late in the cycle. Like I feel like it's very very late and I'm just like I've said this before like if the cycle ended today I'd be happy. And I think part of like if let's say that you make a bag. Let's say that you started crypto with 5 grand and you made 100K. Some people are going to cash out that 100K and then they're going to hold it and then they're going to like they're happy with it. A lot of other people will turn that 100K into like 25K. And then they'll say, "Oh, I wish I would have cashed it out when it was worth 100K." Like you know that saying, you got to know when to hold them and you got to know when to fold them. I feel like I've slightly gotten to that point of like I'm kind of just folding them. Hey, bro, would be cool to see you buy a coin live, break it down, and explain your play. Maybe a DCA or something. Maybe you'll even find a coin on this live. Love the content. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I'll explain this in a second. Let me go take a piss. I'm gonna piss myself, and then I'll just give me 1 second. All right, I'm back. Design DNA said yes, but this cycle is so weird and different. I still think it's got some upside left. I am not disagreeing with that. Oh, did I just get rated on Twitch? While I was taking a piss? Thanks for that. Appreciate that. That's actually crazy. Thank you for the raid. I feel like my shit's delayed right now, but thank you. Appreciate the raid. Have a good one. Thanks, man. I really appreciate that. I never get rated. So thank you for the raid. Let's see what kind of content you do. Aw. So you're into crypto too. That's what's up. And you were into Fortnite. Me too. Well, thanks, Badger. I'll go ahead and drop you a follow. Am I saying it's going to be hard in this time to run up a 15K account? No, it's not it's not impossible. But Badger is a sick trencher dude. Like we're talking like sub 50K market cap shitters. I don't touch anything under like 500K, basically, ever. This coin is so fucked. I cannot believe that Moonshot is not turning Mooncoin into like their mascot. Generational fumble on their part. I get your Twitch Prime again next month. Thanks, man. I would appreciate that. Dude, a couple years ago, I used to really cook on the Twitch payouts, but now I don't. He enters really low and usually runs coins up to 2 or 400K with a good holding time. That's solid. Yeah, I don't really play down there, to be honest. Yeah, Rich is the runner, and I was going to take a position in this, but these like logically, and I would have helped with it, but I didn't know who the devs were, and I didn't know how much supply they had. And I think that's like my biggest problem is that like I would love to buy into a coin and help push it and everything, but if I don't know who the devs are or whatever, then I kind of don't really want to do it. Like for example, with Rich, Lexapro is obviously pushing this. He claims this isn't his coin, but the coin's obviously bundled. There's no way that he would be pushing this if he didn't know how much of the supply was locked up and that they weren't going to end up dumping that. So he has like free reign to basically go around and show this and push it and help with it and do whatever. But yeah, Pokey had a really good narrative. For some reason, Pokemon coins just never do well. Marcel and Shaw were pushing Pokey hard. Yeah, they were, and they were also buying a lot, and you definitely cannot blame them for what happened with Pokey. The market just didn't. What's crazy is like the market just didn't. I can't believe it, but the market didn't appreciate the coin, or I didn't check, but or it was just getting sold like bundles were being unloaded and shit. Like I just can't. I can't imagine why that coin wouldn't have done better if it weren't more of like a bullshit situation where there was something out of like their control. I loved Pokey. I thought that Pokey was going to be a good coin, and that's what I'm saying. Like I feel like I've been believing in coins and they're just not living up to it. So, for example, Mooncoin, I thought that this was going to go to like 10, 11, 12 million. Moonshot is literally not pushing their tokens, these big tokens on their platform at all. Really don't understand. I don't even know the people who are behind Moonshot. Like, if you were to ask me to name the person who's behind Moonshot, I would have no fucking idea. So it's like they're like unless I'm just ignorant, I just don't know who they are. But like, dude, do you know how much money it would take for them to pump Monkey Phone up to like 20 mil? Or Mooncoin to 10 mil? Yeah, there's no people behind Moonshot. Wait, what the fuck? Is this the same coin we were just looking at? There's two? What the fuck am I looking at? Let me ask you a question. If a coin launched on Pump Fun or on Bonk, which would you prefer to hold? Eurus missed the first one, so he made another one. So I don't know if that's legit or not, but I'll say this. Regardless of him, there is no doubt that what is happening is that, not saying that he did it. Let's just forget that his name exists at all. There are runners, and these people are missing runners, and they are just blatantly going out and making other PvP coins. Like, there are literally people that are doing that. And if that didn't happen, and if people would just ape the first runner, the market would be so much better. People wouldn't be leaving. Like, it's insane to me how people will miss like a narrative and just decide to launch like their own coin for it. How cool would it be if Pump Fund introduced a restriction on launching coins with the same ticker name combination? No two coins could have the same ticker and name combo. So that will never happen. And the reason why it'll never happen is because Pump Fund's business model is they want as many tickers, as many coins to be launched as possible. And so, oddly enough, they incentivize devs with their new thing to where devs get like the percentage or whatever and they get fees. They want devs, like they want devs to launch, and there's literally no incentive for traders on any of these platforms, which tells you exactly how disconnected the market really is, because you have launch pads where they're only incentivizing devs and dilution and constantly having as many coins launched as possible, and traders, the people that literally make all of this possible, have literally zero incentive from any of the launch pads. And so it's actually like a pretty fucked situation if you think about it, because the trading environment is not, there's no platform that's like trying to make the trading environment better for us. It's just like anything else. Like they're like, we are a launch pad. Our business model is people launch tokens. How do we get people to launch as many tokens as possible? I guarantee you, in all of their meetings for all these launch pads, they're never saying, well, how do we get traders to want to buy stuff? People are just assuming that everyone's going to be here and want to trade. But that's just not like ironically, the more tokens they get launched and the more like it goes that way with all the launch pads, the more people are quitting trading because they don't want to deal with the bullshit. Rotation meta killed the trenches. Yeah. It made it way harder, for sure. But like the launch pads and stuff are just nobody is trying to make the environment better for the trader, for the consumer, for the person that's trying to make money. Think about it like this. This is a great example. People are building casinos. They're opening a lot of tables. They're incentivizing people to come in and launch more casinos. They're just like more casinos, more casinos. And there's all these incentives for people to launch casinos and build casinos. But the people know that their chances of winning in the casino are very low, like way lower than like another casino. So then they're just like, fuck this. I'm not going to go there. I'm going to go where I have better chances. And by the way, so pump airdrop will save us. I have no idea, but I will tell you this. There is no chance that devs, people that are deving coins, aren't going to get a huge part of that airdrop. People think that it's all going to be traders and whatever. Dude, the people that have launched tokens, I guarantee you are going to get a major portion. Man, why is he trading this like this? What is he doing? I'm 100% right. Don't get why they keep making launch pads, but nobody adds anything innovative or different. Like, why don't they add better narrative filters or native filters so people can protect themselves? Yeah, well, it's because I know that's rhetorical, but the reason why there are no incentives or like innovation and whatever is because the launch pads want people to just make coins. So, yeah. Yeah, yeah. I sound kind of pessimistic. I'm just calling it like how it is. I still trade the market. Like, I don't really give a shit. Why not just be a dev? I mean, you can be a dev. If you launch like hundreds of tokens a day, you're eventually going to hit one that like pumps and like, for example, whoever launched this commodity coin that I'm looking at right now, global fees, isn't this the dev fees right here? 405 SOL to whoever launched this. Is that how that works? Check his profile on Pump Fun. I don't even know how to do that. The longer the market lasts, the longer they have consumers using their platforms. If everyone gets drained halfway through the cycle, then nobody's left to trade their shit. I mean, yeah. I know that there's been a lot of people that have God, I need to be more positive. But there's been a lot of people that have been. This is why people went to perps, because they're like, fuck it, I don't need to wait for a play. I can just trade perps. Man, so this guy started deving 5 weeks ago and has made 30K. Man, that's crazy. Yeah. It's not easy. Like, it's not easy though. Being a dev is hard. Definitely not easy, but neither is trading. Yeah, by the way, this is why I don't trade sub 100K coins. He made 55. This guy made 500 coins. Where does it say 5,500? What am I missing? Hmm. Man, I'm like never on this website. So here's what's happening, by the way, to that point, because this guy said, didn't a few months ago the number of meme coins being created dropped a shit ton? I think everyone was tired of getting rugged. So what's happening is more people are starting to move back into established coins. Like there's a lot more money that is pumping into established coins, which is why you see Hosiko running, which is why you see Troll running, which is why Stockcoin doesn't count because it came out like yesterday. Startup is obviously mooning. Like, people are starting to buy into coins that aren't gonna just rug within 2 seconds, and it's because people are tired of getting rinsed, which is honestly great for me because I love trading established tokens. Like, I like trading stuff that's over 1 million market cap, because the chances of it like going to zero and you not being able to save yourself out of a position is way lower. And people are just people are tired of The new coin, like trenching is starting to not be as popular as it was, which in my opinion is a good thing. Like this right here is not healthy for the market. A coin that pumps from 0 to 4 mil and then dies to 300K. You lucked out on stock coin. Well, you also held it. I took a loss on stock coin last night because I didn't want to go to sleep on it. Like, I would never bid on this coin. I'm just going to continuously be priced out of Bao Bao forever now. Unless I pump, how much? 150, 200 soul into it right here? And bull post? Even Cupsy and his gang started going into high caps more. I don't track Cupsy, but I have noticed that. And it's good. Like, people are realizing that, like, for a healthy, for there to be a healthy environment, you need to have people that are buying into stuff higher. If everyone just wants to trench and everyone's only buying 10K market cap coins, then the market's going to suck because nobody's going to be buying into stuff at 1 million. I like buying things at 1 million. Yo, give me your thesis on stock coin, by the way. I mean, it looks good, but whenever you see this, I feel like I want to wait for it to like trend down a little bit. Yo, what the fuck is this? What the fuck is this? Cool little character here. Flipping profits and dev and the rest of their like, dude, Grand F and F is literally, I think this guy's in Grand F and F too. These guys have literally just been on chain and they have been aping into everything today. you believe on-chain stock thing is going to be massive and that people will be talking about it in the coming months. Probably other firms doing their own tokenized stocks, people like coins that end in coin. Yeah, I agree. So, do you think that stock coin could have a run like Tit or House or any of those? I personally like Mooncoin better than like stock coin, but nobody's talking about Mooncoin. Nobody cares about Mooncoin at all. Sadly. I really wanted Mooncoin to do well too. I don't what is this coin, dude? Like 500 holders on this, like bro said let's play Fortnite. Yeah, why is profits and dev like why are these guys like just mass aping this at the same time? They have to be in VC just pumping this. I'm definitely not being trigger happy enough. Like I need to be way more on the trigger. Just gamble at this point, bro. I do have a sponsorship with a gambling casino, an on-chain casino. Uh-oh, here we go. We dumping it? Are they zeroing this out? I don't even know what this thing is. How did they get so much volume on this thing? Just getting raided by this fucking Psyduck coin. Weird question, but do you think it's smart scalping above 1 million market cap coins with only one soul port? I feel like if you only have one soul, you should definitely be quick scalping stuff like around the 500, around like the 2 to 500k market cap range, like getting in and out very, very fast, stacking it up. There's no like book that says like, oh, if you only have one soul, you can do this or whatever. Yo, Ecstasy, thank you for the prime, by the way. I really want to get a good entry on this. What I'm looking for right now is I'm looking for coins that hit an all-time high and they're like slowly bleeding out for like 24 hours or something. Do I prefer Axiom over Photon? I've been using Axiom for the past like 6 months. I'm about to wreck my stream. I have to go use the restroom again. So I'm going to use the restroom and I will say what's up in chat on my phone. Sorry, I hate to have to do this, but I do have to use, I have to take a nice I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. What's up? Oh, a Believe app launch. Who is this guy? Is this an actual legit launch coin launch? Because all of them have been scams. Dude, Profits is literally just top blasting every coin today. This is fucking rinsed. Which coin did Moonshot shill? Monkey phone. And it's not pumping. Damn, did they lose their motion that fast? Or is this a delayed reaction? Dude, Monkey phone is not pumping. That is so crazy. Now it doesn't even matter if Moonshot pushes any of their coins because they have no motion. Isn't that nuts? Yeah, I won't buy it. That is so bad. So what? This guy's a scammer? Like this guy made a meme about a guy who's like a scammer? How did this gain 8,000 fucking holders? Literally makes no sense. This thing had 500 holders when we first started looking at it. Yeah, what a fucking rug. Holy shit. If this goes to like 4 mil, I'll buy it. And now it has 9,600. Where are all these random ass holders coming from? I have no idea what this fern coin even is. I might take a position in this. This is like the best play that I can kind of see, but I wonder how much lower it goes. Dude, this is just so fucking cooked. So cooked. What else am I missing? I don't like this coin personally. And I like, yeah, it's dumping like pretty, you know what? Jeez. Might not be a bad play, actually. No one's pushing. Well, that's pretty much all that you need to know then. I want to buy a bag of Bao Bao so bad. Man, this tenders guy is literally just scalping in and out of this coin, just buying all the dips and selling the rips. He is scalping like 20%. I'd rather buy Bao Bao than Icon, to be honest. Cooker's up like 50K on this. Dude, Cooker has millions in these coins. How did he turn 5 soul into 115K on this? Yeah. I'm tired. I think I'm gonna get off. Did I see Berwick Law trying to sue Axiom for what? All right, bros. Thanks for hanging out, Alexa. This guy says if you lost money trading tokens on Axiom, you may be entitled to compensation. Really? Why? All right, bros. Yeah, I'm getting off. So one thing that I am gonna start doing is like I've been going to sleep at 3 a.m. and waking up at 11 in the morning, and so I'm gonna start going to bed at like 11 and waking up at like 7. I have to start waking up earlier. My life is just not. It's not good when I have this bad sleep schedule at all. Like I just can't get anything meaningful done. So I'm gonna have to fix some things in my life for sure. Am I heading to bed? Not right now, but I'm definitely about to get some work done or trade or do some other stuff, and I'm gonna be seeing what else is out there. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Appreciate it a ton. Enjoyed it a lot. Thank you guys for pulling up. Hope you had a good day today. Take it easy.